the master plan, which came out of after the listening to the land, preparation by Gaia Architects. The area of the red line is the area for which we got outline planning permission back in 2008, and you can see Phase 1A and Phase 1B there, which we'll talk about quite a bit more. Phase 1A is the area we're predominantly talking about tonight. So the area for which we got outline planning permission, all that land within the red line. None of the plans that you've seen so far, the sort of development envelopes, are part of the outline approval. As far as the planners are concerned, we have authority to build 40 houses and of indeterminate size. They could be 45-bedroom mansions or 40 single-person studios. As well as this, we have permission for an unspecified amount of commercial, small-scale commercial, educational and community facilities in that area. Again, no limit on floor space. So what we've been doing in the last year or so, since we appointed John Gilbert to work up the detailed plans, is focusing on the area of 1A. As Jonathan said, the purpose of this discussion is to consider our detailed proposals for 1A. It's called a reserved matters planning application because they are matters reserved by the grant of outline planning permission. And these proposals are for the first 25 houses. We're proposing to stay on board and develop and build this ourselves rather than sell off plots or any such thing. We've also shown Phase 1B there. It's the area over here. It's the area behind the hall. We've discovered in the various iterations, which big thanks to Alec Walker for doing this, we've done various design proposals for 1A, including various building technologies, high eco-spec, low eco-spec, high plus, good sound insulation, high thermal mass, etc., as well as various combinations of house types. And in order to finish the whole of 1A without making a loss, we've decided we need to release 1B more or less in parallel with 1A. So we'll be developing 1A and we'll be exploring mechanisms for releasing 1B, although we won't be the developer. And we need to do this in order to pay for the purchase of the land, the running costs of the company to date, including the planning process and architects. Significantly, we need to get infrastructure onto the site before we can build anything, whether it be a hobbit house or a 5-bedroom mansion. Jonathan mentioned the returns to shareholders, who to date have had nothing back from the money they put in, some as long ago as 1997. Significantly, we've decided to stay on board with a high eco-spec rather than trying to sacrifice that in order to save money. And also, it's true to say that our decision to build smaller houses rather than 5-bed mansions does reduce the development surplus from the same number of, if we built the same number of larger houses. We think this is the right thing to do, though, build smaller houses because we think that's what the community is needing. Gordon will be talking a bit more about 1B briefly later on. I mean, our favourite option for that at the moment is to involve a housing association to provide the 8 affordable units that we need to provide as part of the overall 40, but only as part of Walgee's co-housing project. And we've got a meeting next Monday with Tenants First of Aberdeen, and we've got knowledge of a similar project in Dorset, where it seems very, very similar. And that's our high dream for how we manifest 1B rather than selling off as plots. A bit more detail about Phase 1 layout. This was developed out of the design charrette back in January last year. We had a community meeting, and I think we've made significant amendments to the plans after that community meeting. So now we're proposing 12 two-bed flats in the bottom half, the purple ones. The ones in the middle there are three-bedroom. Can I point to those? Sorry, there are the 3-bedroom. Can you see the pointer there? And at the back here, there's a row of 10 two-bedroom houses. Forgive me. These little fellas here are, lost the pointer, are what we're calling flexi units, 25 square meters, and we've got 6 of them. And they're an attempt to make the whole development more flexible by providing additional offices or additional bedrooms. Lost the pointer again. This is a common house in discussions with people who are interested in the flats, particularly people middle-aged and older, there seems to be a clear wish to provide some sort of common facility outside the envelope of the individual houses. We've also got a boiler house, biomass boiler here, with laundry and bike store. Parking is along the edge, and we've tried to sort of, although it's fairly linear development in order to maximize solar gain, we've tried to create something of the cluster feel. So you've got car parking outside, and then you move into semi-public space, semi-private space, and then private space. But the key difference between this and the field, we feel, is that you have to walk across the semi-public space in order to get from the public to the private space. So we're trying to encourage the use of the social space by the way we've designed the layout. And we think that's going to be one of the key aspects of the development. You know, more like some of the informal timber structures we have here around the park. So this is the same view, but just setting context. The architects classically have focused on the buildings. We've tried to set the same view in the wider context. You can see the dancing green there, the fire pit, and the runways, and Pine Ridge and the diamond wood. So just a bit of detail of the houses. And again, these are very square on. You'll never see the houses like this. But again, just to show you, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say much about these. These are the two-bedroom flats, 70 square meters. The Centenis are 65. These don't include staircases. You know, the staircase is outside the 70 square meters, so they're quite generous, we think. Downstairs is disabled friendly. The sun space is at the front. The very front window opens completely, so you've got 100% opening balcony. There's various cladding and colour and window options here, all of which are mix and match, and we can change those around to suit individuals' preferences. But we think we will try and control the palette that's used. So this is very slow. So this is a view from the top of the runway as you look down the Cologne runway towards the flats. This is, I'm just going to run through these very quickly. This is a view of the common room, a plan of the common room attached to the flats. And again, it's a key indicator. How will the common room be managed and owned? How will the solon be owned and managed? How will the boiler house and laundry be owned and managed? There needs to be a well thought out structure to own and manage that. We think it can be done. We've got really good examples of doing that here, much better than other communities elsewhere, or your ordinary settlement. This is a view of the two-bedroom house. It's the back terrace, and you can see at the bottom there some ideas of how the colours might be used to provide a bit of variety. And there's also these are two double bedrooms. Bless you. This is a view along that two-bedroom terrace. It shows how very different things are when you look at them in a real view, rather than these flat views that we have to produce for planning purposes. This is a sort of a view down again at the two bedrooms, just showing one of the ways in which we could treat that landscape between. I really think that the way we treat the landscape between the houses is going to make or break this development. I really, really do. This is a view of the three-bedroom house, slightly bigger, 105 square meters. Again, three good-sized bedrooms, three double bedrooms. These are the flexi units, just showing two possible layouts. One as a workspace, one as an extra bedroom. They'd be supplied with a service strip and could be used for a variety of purposes. This is just a quick view of the common house. Sorry, not common house. The boiler house, laundry room, bike shed. We've got a biomass boiler, wood chip boiler proposed for this. We did a lot of work on renewable energy sort of options. And wood chip came out in a hands down. It won on whole life cycle costs and